Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here and welcome to another edition of WWE Updates on TW 2016. You join us for one of our tournaments going forward in WWE in 2018, and we've went with WWE War of the Women, our Women's Championship kind of tournament. Basically, 36 of the top female athletes within the WWE, we're giving them an opportunity. We've got 6 first round matches, 6 six-way matches, so you get a bit of an upset in some of those, and then a 6-person grand final. So I feel like putting them over multi-matches, don't feel they would quite have the stamina. I don't think the stats in game would help them get the best matches possible. So we'll put them on for, as I say, a good portion of the show. We have a couple of good main event matches as well in our men's division, just making sure we're getting storylines over the hill and we're getting a good rating and not losing pop. And yeah, just a little few things in between as well. A fatal 4-way tag team match, a little cruiserweight kind of tag team contest as well, and a little thing between Dragonisto and The Miz, because Dragonisto attacked The Miz pre-match and The Miz beat the shit out of him. So we'll basically find Dragonisto, but at the same time we'll let them, what WWE likes to do when something happens backstage, they like two of these guys to come ahead in the ring. So we're going to do that and have Dragonisto take on The Miz. So we'll jump into it. Our attendance is a little down for this one, I believe, because of the situation. The industry is really going down at the moment. If I actually go and show you the, well, from here you can see wrestling industry E-19, the economy's at 25. So we may look to start doing shows, a lot of places, even Canada, Mexico is dropping. We might look to start running a lot of shows in the UK, just because that's where it seems to be where the economy and industry is rising. Dropping in Japan as well, despite still being at a decent level. Rising quite well in Europe, but of course for promos that's not great. Possibly doing okay in Australia as well, and New Zealand. So we'll probably maybe look to start dropping a UK tour, maybe after this one. But we're at Fenway Park in New England for this one. So here is WWE War of the Women. Hope you enjoy, guys. So 37,500 at Fenway Park, a sellout. We start the show with a hype video, as you would normally get before a big sort of event, showcasing, the journey the women have been on in the last 2 years, and how this all started with a women's revolution in NXT between the 4 horsewomen of Sasha Banks, Bayley, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte. So we start with that kind of hype video, and that gets a C63, just a little feel-good factor there. Opening contest in the first round, it was about that had decent wrestling, but it had little heat. And it saw Crazy Mary Dobson advance to the final as she defeated Santana Garrett, Jennifer Blake, Nia Jax, Cherry Bomb, and Sienna Allison in 12:57 when Crazy Mary Dobson defeated Santana by pinfall. Crazy Mary was head and shoulders above everyone else in ring performance-wise. She's the main woman here. We're slowly, of course, pushing Nia Jax, so she had a decent showing. A couple of ladies here are more enhancement talents, but a solid C+68. A couple of improvements in skill set, and as to be expected, it's Crazy Mary Dobson who will be in the final. Our second first round match also drew a C+68, and it was about the had subpar wrestling and little heat, and it saw Bayley defeat Natalya, Evie, Dana Brooke, Eva Marie, and Sue Young in 11:34 when Bayley defeated Eva Marie by pinfall with a hugplex. Bayley was head and shoulders above everyone else in this sort of matchup. Again, putting over the more superior wrestler. Bayley we've got big plans for. Going to push Dana Brooke in the future as well. Eva Marie, we put her as the one that put Bayley over, because really with Eva, we're going to face her out as a wrestler and give her more of a managerial role, maybe an authority figure going forward. So far, Crazy Mary Dobson and Bayley in the final. Next up, it was about the had decent wrestling, but little heat as well, and it saw Paige defeat Mandy Leon, Mia Yim, Peyton Royce, Io Shirai, and Ashley in 12:38 when Paige defeated Ashley with a rampage. This time Paige is head and shoulders above everyone else. A C+67. Paige is going to be someone we'll be pushing in the future, obviously, because of how young she is and how good her skill set is. Decent showing, average kind of rating with the matchup, as we expected it. A few negatives in this kind of match. Next up, we've got The Miz cutting a promo, and he just says not only is he going to dispose of Dragonisto in this matchup because he is the man, but he is going to show, that Hollywood needs a champion. It's been a while since he's been WWE champion, and he is going to win the Elimination Chamber match. at Survivor Series. So an A-star 98, the crowd got hotter from Miz's promo. And the match between him and Dragonista was okay. It was a B- 75. Miz wins with a skull-crushing finale, just of course punishing Dragonista on the event. Miz with a superior in-ring performance as well because of his high levels of popularity. Few negatives here, but of course it was really just to give the Miz the win as revenge. Next up, in the first round, it was about that had subpar wrestling and little heat, and it saw Sasha Banks defeat Hikaru Shida, Carmella, Nicole Matthews, Naomi and Mickie James, and 11:42 when Sasha beat Naomi with the wheelbarrow bulldog. In terms of in-ring work, Sasha was head and shoulders above everyone else, so we're seeing who's fully getting pushed into the finals in these kind of matchups. But C plus 69, it's good because you've got a mixture of variety of skill sets and overness. It's a good win for Sasha. A few improvements there as Sasha takes her place in the final as well. Next up and about that had some decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, we saw Becky Lynch advance to the final as she defeated Ember Moon, Billie Kay, Liv Morgan, Melissa and Ika Ando in 15:07 when Becky defeated Ember Moon with the Hard Knocks. In this one, a lot of 70 performances here. In fact, everyone had an over 70 rating apart from Ember Moon. Even with injury, Becky's still surpassing everyone with a 78. But a great ring matchup here, great showing from these women athletes. Few negatives, so maybe could have took this to a B, but Becky is in the final. And the final first round match, we'll first off see a promo from Emma, a B- 72. She's just really showing, she was the first ever SmackDown Women's Champion. She's going to show, that she is the dominant woman here in the WWE. This is her moment to just come back in because she's had a few defeats in this All-Star final matchup to get into the final. The rating didn't deliver as much as I'd have wanted it to. We had two champions in this match, the SmackDown Live champion Asuka, the Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss. But it was about that had decent wrestling and didn't have much heat. And it saw Charlotte defeat Emma, Kimberly, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Layla Rose in 14:58 when Charlotte even defeated Layla Rose by pinfall. The C plus 67, a poor performance from Layla Rose, only a 49. Everyone else done okay. We had to, for some reason, protect Alexa Bliss. I don't think she's quite happy putting people over. As I say, she's only just like maybe 3 or 4 points of overness above a Charlotte, so quite disappointed she's getting a bit of an ego. But we have our final competitors announced. It is going to be in the women's one of the women's grand final. For that trophy, it is going to be Paige versus Crazy Mary Dobson. And inside this matchup, we're going to have all 4 of the horsewomen. So the women that started this revolution: Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Bayley, and Sasha Banks. What a final that promises to be later tonight. Next up in tag team action in the Cruiserweight division, it was about that had some decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. And it saw the team of Austin Aries and Manny Andrade defeat the team of Jack Gallagher and King Neville in 12:28 when Austin Aries defeated Jack Gallagher with a 450 splash. We're going to push up Austin Aries. I was speaking to Tom, Blues Till I Die, and obviously he just showed how good, how over he'd get in Double A, and I thought, you know what, let's give Double A a chance. So we're going to start pushing Aries strong. It's a good win here. The B- 75. You see how over Neville got from the Cruiserweight Classic. So I was quite happy to make Jack Gallagher do the honours of putting Austin Aries over, who also gains 2 skill points. So that's good to see there. A few negatives as this was a storytelling match of the night. Next up, we had a fatal 4-way for the Tag Team Championships. The Raw Tag Team Championships. It was about that had some decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. And it was My Generation, Noam Dar and Pete Dunne, who defeated Mexicano Dos Lucha, the Revival, and the Coffey Brothers, or the Coffey Brothers I should say, in 17:24 when Pete Dunne defeated Mark Coffey by pinfall. 4th defence for My Generation. Kalisto off his game, Flamita off his game, Noam Dar off his game. Doesn't set a good tone for the matchup. And also a way to protect Flamita, who did not want to lose here. So again, just try to promote and put over the young tag team of My Generation. Giving them these kind of wins can hopefully do that. As I say, hopefully we can get them up to contenders in this division. To say all these tag teams should be having a good play in the future. and they say the Coffee Brothers will get their chance down the line. A couple of positives there, a few negatives as well. Next up, before the grand final, we have a promo with Bayley. It's just a case of we decided one of the baby faces will just type up, what this would mean if she could become basically the top woman athlete in WWE. So B plus 86, she just types this promo on Becky Lynch. So the women's final, the war of the women's, who's going to be the champion? How's it going to do? It done okay because obviously no storyline involved in it at the moment. It was just a case of putting over our best female athletes. It was about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, and it saw Sasha Banks defeat Charlotte, Bayley, Becky Lynch, Crazy Mary Dobson, and Paige in 2051 when Sasha defeated Becky Lynch with the wheelbarrow bulldog. Sasha wins the War of the Women's title. She will get a future championship match down the line as well. B9 certified is okay. Every woman athlete there with a performance over 75, which is good to see. Becky can get better, of course, when she gets over her injury. And of course, if we could put a proper storyline behind these ladies, even better. If we didn't have the situation where if it integrated women's wrestling into the male roster, so they could then become upper mid-carders and main eventers, if we could do that, great, these women would easily be main event in the WrestleMania. But because we can't do that, because it's going to hamper the company too much, and with their fight between ourselves and New Japan and Dragon Gate, I'd rather not risk that right now. But as I say, one day we will have these women's athletes get an A match up between them and hopefully main event at WrestleMania. But win for Sasha Banks. A few negatives there, but overall, as I say, the boss is the boss of the women's division. Will she be looking at a championship title anytime soon? Remains to be seen. Stay tuned. Carry on the show, we've got Dolph Ziggler hyping up a promo with Bo Dallas. This program between Dolph and Bo has been outstanding. Constantly getting A-star 100 promos between Dolph and Bo. And Dolph just says, you keep thinking that this is your destiny. You know what I mean? I was that guy who thought everything revolved around him years and years ago. And it just shows, sometimes you do fall a little bit short. But he's not going to be making Bo Dallas a name at the expense of Dolph Ziggler. So A-star 100 for Dolph's promo. And we had an outstanding 8-man tag. Holy hell, that did actually do a sensational rating. In a superb matchup, we saw Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, Zack Sabre Jr. and Rusev defeat the team of AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, Bo Dallas and John Cena in 22:45 when Dolph Ziggler defeated Bo Dallas with a zigzag. So an A-star 96, great. Considering the best performers in the ring were Bryan and Corbin. Corbin back from his injury, so that's good to see. 3 storylines advanced, so I think that would have helped it as well. A lot of skill improvements, which is good to see. Our workers getting better. And in terms of negatives, just a couple of declining physical abilities. But I think we had 3 good storylines as well, which hopefully boosted the rating of the match. And Bo Dallas has got a new athletic spot. That's good to see. That'll help him boost his psychology. After the matchup, with Undertaker appearing and him and Baron Corbin have another brawl. Of course, it was Undertaker who injured Baron Corbin. The match wasn't going to happen at Survivor Series, but because we could trigger surgery on Baron Corbin and he get back a lot sooner than Survivor Series, matchup's going to happen. So Taker and Corbin will clash one more time. That was an A95 segment for them. After this, Randy Orton has a promo cut on him by Roman Reigns. A-star 100, Roman says, you get out this chamber as champion, but he came to SmackDown to win championships. He's the big dog. He's going to show it's his yard and he's going to prove once again. He might not be in Raw now, but he's still going to be a world champion. And this will lead to another 8-man tag. Let's see how this does. B plus 87, so not the best. I was kind of hoping our SmackDown guys would have been able to push this. But it was a superb wrestling match with great heat. And it saw the team of Kenny Omega, Braun Strowman, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton defeat the team of Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose in 23:49 when Big Braun defeated Sami Zayn with a power slam. B plus 87. As I said, the disappointing thing is, as you can see here, the ratings of the in-ring performers was a lot better than the last one. 3 storylines advanced with only 1 gaining heat, but the matchup itself not as impressive. But again, just shows you what we've got going forward into Survivor Series. Omega versus Zayn, 2 chamber matches, and everybody try to look as strong as possible. But B plus 87, And after the show, Braun Strowman's in the ring. Daniel Bryan's been attacked by Braun Strowman recently. He wants his revenge, and Daniel Bryan just hits Braun Strowman with a variety of kicks, and then his finishing maneuver kick thing. I can't even mind what he calls it, on the top of my head. But he uses that, and a star 100. Daniel Bryan sends the crowd home happy, and the performance of Braun Strowman was good. Overall, WWE Women's Night, or the Women's Championship, or War of Women, only get a B star, a B plus 84. I do believe a lot of this fall through because we probably used the female athletes maybe a bit too much, but it's agreeing here, maybe we used Joe Coffey and Mark a bit too much, despite only using them for 12 minutes, and Jack Gallagher as well. So a bit disappointing that it's been them that's brought up the decline in rating. But P plus 84 doesn't lose us any pop, it doesn't gain us any pop. But as I say, I want to bring these tournaments in every year just to showcase people that maybe not are familiar with the lesser echelons of our roster, what kind of superstars we have in the future. So overall, not too disheartened. As I say, as long as we have our pay-per-views and our Raws and our SmackDowns, as long as they continue to knock out of the park. So we'll go Bo Dallas and Dolph Ziggler. We'll give yous the praise for tonight. Was pleased, and so is Dolph. But as I say, things are still good. I wouldn't be negative. We've got one more big championship tournament coming up next week, which is of course the Grand Prix version 2. Obviously we had the 19-day tournament last year. It's all going to happen in one night tonight. I think we'll probably do Fatal 4-Ways. The 16 men into a Fatal 4-Way, and then as I say, from then another Fatal 4-Way, maybe do a semi and then a final. But I'll work on that as I book the next Raw and SmackDown. But as I say, end of the day, things are still going well. Still getting fantastic reviews. We've given Rod Zapata a new contract, so we all know it's a good day. And our inbox is telling us Natalia's unhappy, so is Sue Young. I don't know why Austin Aries is unhappy. That's 2 wins in the trot for him. A good rating in the network. 16,000 drug tests. Roman Reigns doesn't like Noam Dar. Bo Dallas doesn't like Manny Andrade. But at the end of the day, you know, prestige is still high. Momentum is at a good level. Funds are at a good place. I'm still enjoying the save. That's the main thing. It's just a case of rocking along and trying to make as good a show as possible. I'm still having as much fun as I did at the start of the save, which is always good. I'm going to say we'll kick on to next week's. If I just scroll down here, it should be up the top actually. Yeah, World Grand Prix. So that'll be next week. That'll be John Cena looking to defend his crown in that big tournament. As I say, I'll work on that format over the course of the week before I eventually go and book the show. We'll do that as a one-night thing, and then that'll take us through into Survivor Series, and then the rush to Armageddon, TLC. We'll have a big show where we'll just document the awards of the year, and we'll look at the roster in depth and look at development, and then on to Royal Rumble, No Way Out, Fastlane, and then WrestleMania. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Have you ever done any sort of female tournaments yourself? If so, who would you put over in yours? Or do you feel the right women won here? Have any of you actually had the chance to integrate your women into the male roster divisions, and in that way been able to establish women getting a rating of over 80 or a 90? Have you turned a woman into a full main eventer? If you get any screenshots or anything like that, as I say, guys, please put them in the comments section below. We can certainly look at it. Let me know if you did integrate them, how much pop you did lose as well, because you have changed your product a good bit. But so apart from that, guys, any comments on the series, your road saves as well, please let me know how you're getting on. Deeply appreciated, as are likes, shares. You can tweet me at 21maxwell as well on the old Twitter machine. If you follow me, I'll drop you a follow back. And of course, if you want to get involved in the game, it is £25 on the Grey Dog Software website. There's a free demo as well with 2 months playability, and that website also have forums with great guides, tips, other guys telling their stories, graphics, you name it. And of course, if you enjoy the YouTube stuff, there's a lot more bookers with written stuff and YouTube stuff available on the Fantasy Bookers subreddit on Reddit. But apart from that, guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next week for the WWE World Grand Prix. Take it easy, bye bye.